There it is. All right. I got two. One's old and one's new. All right.
Old and new shit.
Old and new. All right. Why should I fake it? Like when I walk into a room and every eye says that you are the center, and yet I want this stage, and at times I don't. Complicated. My mind moves fast like an Autobahn, I'm just saying. Or like when I try to be liked, I know that I talk about myself a lot. I'm constantly comparing myself to yourself, and this is bad for my mental health. At least that's what my doctor tells me. Maybe he's right. But Prozac hasn't yet fixed my life. This stubborn darkness still turns light into night, and these emotions go up and down like sound. Who knew I could crave silence so much and at the same time say so loud that I'm not alright? And you should know that when the music is loud, consequences don't exist like gravity don't exist, and I'm floating in the midst of this high. But why should I fake it? Why should I try? Because it's like I exist in this matter, and you tell me that it's mind over matter, and I'm like, is that really what is the matter? Like, all I hear is what I am, but I'm sorry, Mr. Psychology, I have to ask why. I know that you're a smart guy, and these chemicals won't provide what I need to get by, but honestly, I'm not yet satisfied. And please don't put me in an anti-medicine box. Maybe I need my medication, but what I need more is an explanation for why this stubborn darkness won't leave, why my mind moves at fast speeds, and why I can't perceive that I'm wrong. And I blame shift. It's like I'm living the same song. Can we hit pause? Can we hit replay and talk about how I became this way? Did I inherit bad genetics? Born into a rough family? Are my parents to blame because they didn't understand me? Are my words harsh and sharp because of this bully named Mark who used to make fun of me? Will I forever be marred by these wounds and scars? Will I call my past Webster, a book that defines me and at the same time binds me to this prison I'm living in? What's the prescription? Is the problem all around me? The people that surround me? Or could I be a portion of this disaster? Let's get to the heart of the matter. Went to San Antonio last week. It's a work trip. And in between trying not to pay extra for extra carry-on, and trying to figure out how to use Uber, and trying to figure out how to spend all of our money on a taxi cab from the airport to the hotel, I'm beginning to see that home is where the heart is. And my work is redemptive. I get to see people go from wheelchair-bound to walking around town as if they said to pathology, you can let go of me now. And I like my work. It's nice. I like sharing my job with others. It's nice. But there's always been this chasm between job satisfaction and something that is lacking. And I like research. It's nice. But I'm not quite sure it'll be able to fill the void or bridge the gap. And San Antonio, Tex-Mex, beef brisket, the Alamo. I mean, yeah, like it's there you go. I mean, doesn't your face light up when you tell people about where you've been? But can I be honest? I get excited when I tell you about where I live. And it makes a lot of sense to me that if home is where the heart is, then home is where my feet should be too. And I mean, let me say this. I know the objection, right, is home is what you make it. A house is not a home. But I didn't watch my neighbor's marriage fall apart because home is what you make it. No, I was at my home when he came to my home and said, Zach, I don't know if we're going to make it. Or like that stolen car that came through my intersection and plowed through a car with 2 middle school boys and their grandfather in it. You should have seen those kids' faces. Terrified. And they're still alive. And it happened a few feet from where I grew up, where I lived at. Or like my 94-year-old neighbor. She used to invite my wife and I on the front porch and tell us about how she taught dance lessons when she was a little girl. Who knew she was dying of cancer? But she welcomed me onto our block even though my skin color likely owned people from her skin color. She still welcomed me. Come up on the porch. Stay a while. How's your pregnant wife doing? Makes me want to stay a while. Makes me want to buy more porch furniture. Yeah. And I think I need to say this so we don't miss it. I'm not saying just to buy a house and live in it, right? I'm talking about commitment, and it's different.